Alright, let's work through this geometry problem carefully and find the area of the shaded region. We have a quarter circle with center M, and the two radii are MN and MQ. Inside this quarter circle, we have a semicircle whose diameter is MN, and its center is P. The chord NQ of the large quarter circle has a length of 10 units, and this chord meets the semicircle at point S. We are also told that NS equals SQ, so S is the midpoint of the chord NQ. Our goal is to calculate the exact area of the shaded region, so let's begin by looking at the large quarter circle. Since MN and MQ are both radii of the same circle, they must have exactly the same length. I'm going to call each of these lengths capital R. So we have MN equals R and MQ equals R. Now look at triangle MNQ. The angle NMQ is a right angle because we are dealing with a quarter circle, so this is a right triangle. And notice something important. The two legs are equal because both of them are radii of the quarter circle. That means triangle MNQ is a right isosceles triangle. The side opposite the right angle is NQ, and we are told that NQ is 10 units. So now we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Remember, for a right triangle, the square of one leg plus the square of the other leg equals the square of the hypotenuse. In spoken form, we have r squared plus r squared equals 10 squared. Now let's simplify this carefully. R squared plus r squared gives us 2r squared, and 10 squared is 100. Therefore, 2r squared equals 100. Now divide both sides by 2. This gives us r squared equals 50. To undo the square, we take the positive square root of both sides, because a radius must be positive. So r equals the square root of 50. We can simplify the square root of 50 because 50 is 25 multiplied by 2. The square root of 25 is 5. So r equals 5 square root of 2. Therefore, the radius of our large quarter circle is 5 square root of 2 units. That means MN is 5 square root of 2, and MQ is also 5 square root of 2. Now let's move our attention to the semicircle. Remember, MN is the diameter of this semicircle. The radius of a circle is always half of its diameter. Since MN is 5 square root of 2, the radius PN must be half of that. So PN equals 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. Therefore, the radius of the semicircle is 5 square root of 2 over 2 units. Keep that value in mind because we will need it again when calculating the area of the smaller circular part. Now let's use the information that NS equals SQ. Since NQ is 10 units and S is its midpoint, each half must be 5 units. So NS equals 5 and SQ also equals 5. Now, because of the special right isosceles triangle we have here, the midpoint relationships allow us to determine the corresponding horizontal and vertical lengths around point P. In particular, Pn is 5 square root of 2 divided by 2, and PS has the same length. So triangle NPS is a right triangle with its 2 perpendicular sides, both equal to 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. This is exactly the smaller triangular piece that we will need to subtract when finding the shaded region. Before we calculate the final shaded area, we need three separate areas. First, the area of the large triangle MNQ. Second, the area of the smaller triangle NPS. And third, the area of the smaller quarter circle. Then we will subtract those unwanted parts from the large triangle. Let's start with triangle MNQ. The area formula for any triangle is 1/2 multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. Here, we can use MN as the base and MQ as the height. Both are 5 square root of 2. So the area is 1/2 multiplied by 5 square root of 2 multiplied by 5 square root of 2. Now, pay attention to the multiplication. 5 multiplied by 5 gives 25, and square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 gives 2. Therefore, we get 1/2 multiplied by 25 multiplied by 2. The 2 in the numerator cancels with the 2 in the 1/2, leaving us with 25. So the area of triangle MNQ is 25 square units. Now let's calculate the area of the smaller triangle NP. Again, we use the same triangle area formula. 1/2 multiplied by base multiplied by height. Both perpendicular sides have length 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. Therefore, the area is 1/2 multiplied by 5 square root of 2 divided by 2, multiplied by 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. Let's simplify the multiplication inside first. 5 square root of 2 multiplied by 5 square root of 2 gives 25 multiplied by 2, which is 50. The denominators give us 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. So the product of those two side lengths is 50 divided by 4, which simplifies to 25 divided by 2. Now multiply by 1/2. We get 1/2 multiplied by 25 divided by 2, which gives us 25 divided by 4. Therefore, the area of triangle NPS is 25 divided by 4 square units. Now we need the area of the smaller quarter circle. The radius of this smaller circle is 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. Remember, the area of a complete circle is pi multiplied by radius squared. But this is only a quarter of a circle, so we divide the full circle area by 4. Therefore, the quarter circle area is pi divided by 4, multiplied by the radius squared. Substituting our radius, we get pi divided by 4, multiplied by the quantity 5 square root of 2 divided by 2, all squared. Let's simplify the square carefully. 5 square root of 2 divided by 2, all squared, gives 50 divided by 4, which simplifies to 25 divided by 2. Therefore, the quarter circle area becomes pi divided by 4, multiplied by 25 divided by 2. Multiplying these fractions gives us 25 pi divided by 8. So the area of the smaller quarter circle is 25 pi divided by 8 square units. Now we have all three areas we need. So let's put everything together. The shaded region is the area of the large triangle minus the area of the smaller triangle minus the area of the smaller quarter circle. In other words, the shaded area equals 25 minus 25 divided by 4 minus 25 pi divided by 8. Now we need to simplify this expression. Since the denominators are 4 and 8, our common denominator will be 8. 25 can be written as 200 divided by 8. 25 divided by 4 can be written as 50 divided by 8. And 25 pi divided by 8 already has the correct denominator. So the expression becomes 200 divided by 8 minus 50, divided by 8 minus 25, pi divided by 8. Combining the first two terms gives 150 divided by 8. So the shaded area is 150 divided by 8 minus 25 pi divided by 8. Combining them gives 150 minus 25 pi, all divided by 8. We can factor 25 from the numerator, giving us 25 multiplied by the quantity 6 minus pi, all divided by 8. Therefore, the exact area of the shaded region is 25 multiplied by the quantity 6 minus pi, divided by 8 square units. If we want a decimal approximation, we use pi approximately equal to 3.14159. So 6 minus 3.14159 gives approximately 2.85841. Multiplying that by 25 gives approximately 71.46025, and then dividing by 8 gives approximately 8.93 square units. So our final answer is approximately 8.93 square units, while the exact answer is 25 multiplied by the quantity 6 minus pi divided by 8 square units. Notice how the whole problem came together from just a few key ideas. The Pythagorean theorem gave us the large radius. The fact that mn is the diameter gave us a smaller semicircle radius. The midpoint condition gave us the smaller triangular dimensions. And then the area subtraction gave us a shaded region. If this step-by-step approach helped you understand the geometry, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your answer or the step you found most interesting. And remember, the important part is not just getting the final number, but understanding why every piece of the shaded region can be calculated and combined this way.